Well, hello, hello. How's it going, Nelly? First in chat. We are back in our cute little cult, guys. Aren't we excited? Just doing little culty things. How fun. Brycicle, how's it going? I'm on time for once. It's a beautiful moment. You have done it. It's amazing. Believe me, I'm working on that as well. How you guys doing? Okay, let's see if I can't fit two things on one screen. Can we do that? Can we do that? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to make myself more efficient in life. Who knew? Does this work? I don't know if this is worth the effort. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Let's try that again. Nice. This might work. Studying again. Nice. What you studying? Oh, this is a secret. Unless if it's classified. Don't want to pry. I gotta study in my cult. Because we got important culty things to do. So, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing back here. I believe... Wait, what? Cyrodiilic brandy? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. This is wrong. Give me a second. This is not right. Load. Oh no. Oh, uh-oh. We're missing saves. And auto saves. Phoenix, how you doing? We got a little bit of a problem here. Nothing we did this week was saved. There's no saves and no auto saves. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna quit the game. And we're gonna try over again. Cause that's bad. Okay. Then I'm gonna, oh boy. See, I thought I was ready to go. I was just all willy-nilly. Even when I loaded it, I was like, there's something kind of off about... Like, something fell off. Probably because that's not how we ended the stream. Now, granted, we did, you know, this is part of the authentic experience. Good news is nothing you did will be held against you on your personal record, aside from that terrible level up that will be erased from history if this really is happening right now. Not that I want that. I don't want that. You're missing saves? Yeah, all the saves from specifically our stream, including autosaves. Like, it's just not there at all. Now, I think I've had that happen a couple times, but this is interesting. Then interesting. We'll figure this out. Probably setting hardcore conjuration spells. Dude. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Yeah, we will see how this goes. It's it's fine. It's fine. I'm just so chill right now. I'm so chill. Okay, are you gonna work today? Yay, you're gonna work today. Sweet. Okay. So now, Morrowind, we need to start all over again, okay? I'd recommend this on the main quest. So she never killed that scrib from the previous week? Okay, it's not that far back. Although that would be... Yeah, maybe it would be nice to erase those crimes, but that would mean I'd have to do it all over again. And we don't want that. We just want to move on in our lives. Okay? We don't want to replay that one. I'm trying to have self-control over the deep and overwhelming pain and sorrow I'm feeling right now. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. Quantum Scrib. It both butt taps and doesn't butt tap. It also travels through time. Sheila Johnson's here. Oh! So I saw your last message, by the way, and I was like, had in my mind what the response would be, because I was like, I was so touched by what you said, and we were so honored. Just to tell you directly, we were so honored that you joined us. So welcome. I'm so glad we actually got to like hang out with you. Yeah, this scrib is traveling through time right now. He's like, you never attacked me. I'm going to hold up. They're there! Guys, they're there. Hold on a minute. Are we good? Quantum Scrib didn't beat me. Look at that! Look at that! We're good. We're fine. The cagoody that got in my face is in my face no longer. Cool. Yeah, how you doing today, Sheila? Nelly, the scrib is in a super positional state. Yeah, it doesn't know where it is on the timeline right now. Sorry, buddy. We love our scribs. We got one walking past us right now. We respect him. Classic turn it off and on again. Troubleshoot wins again. That's right. I'm big brain over here. Look at me. You just can't keep up with me. I'm just, switch it up a little bit and all of a sudden, everything's good again. Also, we had our heavy armor on. And we'd gotten through a level up. Not a great one, but still one. And we're supposed to be in light armor right now. So it would have really thrown me off. Like, we're actually doing agility right now. Hopefully athletics leaves us alone. Hopefully. Oh, if I go dark in like 30 minutes or so, it's because the fish started biting. We will be so excited. We'll be like, ooh, this must be good. No news is good news. Okay, gotta open everything up because we got people making Twitch look bad. Sorry, Twitch. Whoa, man! Oh, come on. Sir, where are you going? That's right. So many wasted arrows. I'm good, Sheila says. Been going through Dad's videos he did for Morrowind, KOTOR 1 and 2, Oblivion, VTMB, getting ready to put them on his channel. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for doing that. That's really cool. I think I saw one pop up for... It's for like a... It was like a sneak build or something. Yeah, KOTOR 1 and 2. We'll be talking with the Legionnaires soon. Sheila, you are one of them. Of what... of what game we're gonna do next. And KOTOR 1 and 2 is high on the list, so... That's really cool. I love those games. All of them such good games. Throws rock into river. Wake up, fish. Come on. Come on, guys. I'm right here. Okay. There's our Scooby-Doo. There's another one. I hear butt pats. I hear them. Hey, buddy. Buddy, you're not getting anywhere like that. Come on. Come on. Go the other way. Come on. I can help you. I can help you. Just follow my lead. Come on. Buddy, you're stuck. Ugh. Jogger rise up and starts throwing rocks back. Oh no. Do not disturb the water. What is going on here? There we go. You should get command creature and boost speed so you can have a scrib follower. Can you do that? Can you do that? You have a little pet? That's what I've been wanting this whole time. You know, the auto mod on Twitch does not work very well. Sorry, Twitch. You gotta, we get these every stream. Report, block. It's so funny. Never catches it. Gotta make sure I'm spelling this correctly. Sorry, guys. Don't autocorrect me. Autocorrect is not helpful when you're on Twitch. There we go. We're good now. We're safe from the spam. You're welcome. Okay, so... Script Companion? You can, but it's a beast of spell with restoration and illusion. Actually, they are low level, so it wouldn't be that bad. Huh. How dare you call them low level? They're sweet and innocent. I'm joking. I don't know why I said that. That makes no sense. Okay, so, hey, WStream, click my link below for free viewers. Shakes head. Oh, Twitch. Silly, silly Twitch. It's so like slimy. I don't know. I don't get it. Also, the stuff like that, like the whole don't waste the arrow. What are you doing? Now it's 2 arrows we're wasting? Not helpful. 3. Um yeah, so from what I understand, it can also like ruin your channel. Because then you get a bunch of fake viewers that don't interact, which makes it look like people were interested in your channel. That never were, but it makes it look like they were. And that now, because you don't get a lot of engagement, that they don't. It just, I don't know. Also, weird vibes when you have, like, fake interactions with channels. I don't know. I don't get it. Why wouldn't you just be here to make friends? Actually have good conversations with real humans. If you want, check out Vampire versus Dagoth It's from my dad's first channel. It's funny. What's his first channel called? Is it Raven as well? Hey, if you want, I mean, if it's not a total hassle, but you can link it here too, I think. Not positive. Don't spoil Daddy Dagoth now. Oh, Dagoth. So like, I believe we gotta go back to the dude who was like supposed to donate, but like didn't. Hey, we didn't waste an arrow that time. Sheila should drop a link to the channel every so often. Especially if there's a, Raven TWJ. Okay, so yeah, there's another channel. Sweet. Let me see really quickly. Raven TWJ. Oh, whoops. Vampire Ancient versus Dagoth Dude, I think I found it. Okay, I'm gonna open it, and then... Let's see if this works. I know every once in a while YouTube is funky with links, but we'll see. Haha, and 3. That's to the actual video that she mentioned. Where was that guy again? I feel like so confused. Where were the guy that boops to the channel? Yes. Okay, I've been told by some locals that the trader Pameni has a bounty on her head and should not be trusted. Okay, so I think the whole thing with her was that I thought that because that guy who was supposed to donate to the cult, he's like, I'm busy. I thought because he gave me that information, I thought maybe he would think well of me if I handled the situation. But I think it was really just I think it was just more of a matter of him being just giving me generalized information. I don't think he was actually like linked to the situation in a way where it would benefit the quest, but I was kind of like hoping maybe it would. Okay, Imperial Cult. And then also we need to look up this trader. Has a bounty. I had a disturbing dream. I can only recall one part. That's right, we had the nightmare thingy. Heh. Tried. Oh, Jakester. How's it going? I'm trying something right now. I always write down everyone's name. But I'm trying to do this like copy, like slide the name over. We'll see if it works. Okay. Tried this amazing sausage called Sikorsky hot honey sausage. Hot honey? That sounds amazing. I need it now. Save me some, okay? Dude, that sounds amazing. What an absolute time capsule. Amazing. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm looking forward to upload, Sheila. I'm a huge fan of all the games you've mentioned. Yeah, I love that. Like, it seems like there's a good core, like when people, it seems like a lot of people who like Elder Scrolls and Knights of the Old Republic like crossover because they're both RPGs, despite being, you know, like different like genres of like, you know, Star Wars and stuff. But it's really cool. Usually if you talk to someone about one game, there's a lot of times a whole bunch of games that go with it, and that's such a good selection. That's awesome. Oh yeah, had hot honey pepperoni pizza? See, that could be good. Now it's the Raven 131. I wanted to keep his memory alive. That's really cool. Thanks for doing the work to do that. It's really cool. Man, I remember when Nerdy almost forgot my name once because I popped in late, scared me so bad, half convinced me I was a ghost. No, you live truly. I got 2 of them for $7. Sweet, sweet. Is Revan gone? Wait, what? Oh, Raven. I'm sorry. We were talking about Knights of the Republic and got a little confused. Yes, Jakester. I think it was, what was it, July 7th? Sheila had left a comment letting us know that he lost his fight with cancer. And I really appreciated her telling us that because, of course, otherwise we wouldn't know. And that happens sometimes with social media. You're going to have people that, you know, you just don't hear from. And there's really no way of knowing unless if somebody goes on their social media and tells you. So I really appreciate her doing that. Wait a minute. Pameni and the Boots of Blinding Speed? In exchange for her Wait, we've already done this. We have the Boots of Blinding Speed. Redguard Rogue, who can be found north of Caldera, and we leave her at Narmok. A bounty on my head, preposterous. Huh. Oh, okay. So basically, there's no way to collect the bounty on Pameni. So he just told me that for no reason. Huh. Visually, she appears to wear the boots all the time. However, her speed is normal when following you en route to Narmok. Okay, well, so that's not a lead to getting this guy to help us. That's interesting. We need to I don't know if he's expecting us to gain influence with him, but the fact is we've only lost it because he doesn't like being asked about his donation. Sometimes getting items can break future quests with no warning. Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know. I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jigster. There was like... Yeah, it's hard. And knowing how to, like... Maybe it would have been better to include, like, Discord or something. But it's hard to know if everybody knows or knew. So, yeah. And I tried to share that, like, midstream because then I, like, more likely had more people on. So hopefully more people would, you know, hear that. New Oblivion Remastered update is out. Have you seen it? I have not seen it. I haven't played it since we've played it together. We'll have to do. All those videos should have way more views. Hey Sheila, when you edit the video under description, just add a bunch of hashtags. Looks around and whispers secretly. That's how I get views. Nice. Yeah, you can hashtag the game. Like, you can hashtag gaming or you can hashtag... I think the first 3 are the most important, so you can hashtag, like, the name of the game. And with no spaces. So that's a good way to have it, like, kind of fall in the right category. Excuse me. There you go. I ChatGPT like an essay of legalese as my hashtag. Oh, nice. Making a Discord would be a good idea. Lots of creators do that. I have a Discord. I just don't know if... Because I didn't announce the situation with Raven on the Discord. Because I feel like we only have so many people on there right now. Are we doing Conjuration right now? Oh, we are. Here I thought that there was an excellent pun in Star Trek reference. Nobody got it. Oh no! Yeah, I'm not a Trekkie person. I don't know things. You could probably I wonder if it could be helpful to input, like if you're uploading those videos using something like ChatGPT, and I don't really know how to use those things effectively, so I wouldn't be the best person to ask. But if you... Did that guy just appear there? Was he there before? Or she? Or whatever? So much to remember, like your existence? Like... Did you just... Okay, maybe I'm just seeing things. Not so close. I don't want to catch what you've got. It's just a common disease, but you need to... I have a common disease? I mean, thanks somebody told me. Farming it... Nolly! Oh! I almost read that. Also, big hashtags like inspirational epic let's play. Yeah, knowing stuff like that. But with ChatGPT, you might be able to say, like, if you generally know what the video is about, like, could you make me a YouTube video description for, or you could probably say high energy. You could probably add descriptors to what you kind of want it to feel like for a YouTube Let's Play video about Skyrim where the creator is maybe making a new character or is doing this quest line or whatever. And it might be able to spit out something decent. ChatGPT told me... Well, rude. Well, Slinker is crumb. Don't take it too personally. He's only saying that because he's jealous that he doesn't have a physical form with which to do that as well. GPT could do that if it tried. Sounded like it said ow. ChatGPT is cool. Me and ChatGPT have been arguing about the possible concepts of a free energy engine for months. Stubborn. Haven't used AI. Hopefully I'm old enough in a safe enough career that I can make it a few years to retirement and not have to serve the digigod. Yeah, I think it's like any tool. It's good to know how to use. Just like computers, when computers became a thing. If you were in a field that could use it, it's good to learn it, but so I think it's good to know how to deal with it, I guess. But it's just like a new social media or a new anything. It could be annoying to learn stuff like that. That was weird. That thing just did a howl at the moon moment and it was gross. You are yucky. I'm sorry. I don't like it. Man. We're in Kansas anymore, Toto. Where am I? Oh, literally near Narmak, whatever. I wouldn't say it's like any, well, maybe not like any tool, but I mean, you know. Most tools in life take away some work from the user. That's the point of the tool. That's kind of what I mean. I wouldn't say lots of tools don't encourage independent thought. I have a narrow view of the word evil, but that thing qualifies. I feel like anything really new, you know, should be viewed with some amount of skepticism. And you're gonna have to wait for the long-term implications of something like that. I think my issue with it in a lot of ways is more social, because with social media we were already struggling with connection, and now the types of things that you would, you know, be inclined to talk to somebody else about, you're now looking up on Google. And now this is just the next step of that. Now you're just, you know, talking to a AI model about it, and it's like, it's just to me, for my uses, it's really just a progression of Google, but for a lot of people, it's gonna take the place of like human conversation, and like it's not, we were already struggling enough with that. We were already becoming so isolated and incapable of social interaction that it's like, this is not helping. Hey there. I want to see if you could shoot the bow in the... Oh no, this is not good. Slaughterfish is right behind me. Okay, let us go. Invisibility is better for utility, but chameleon can make you an untouchable god. Well, I say I'm glad my calculus was finished in 2016. Otherwise, the existence of AI would compromise my integrity in that regard. Huh. Oh, so which spell is better, invisibility or chameleon? An arcane trickster. I've done quite a few sessions with him. He's at level 5 now. Ooh. That's a build for what? Nerdy's right, I gave up on real friends over 3 years ago. All my friends and even family I have are all AI, better than being isolated. I think there's I think the benefit of it is there's an element where, I mean, at least for potentially people who are older, people who struggle to because there's like a way that you have to search using like Google and stuff. There's like specific ways you have to know how to word things. The one thing that I think is cool about AI is that you can just kind of talk like a normal human. And oh no, are we running out of arrows that quickly? Oh, I see. And it's better at responding to that, so I think in that way there's, but then, you know, I don't know. AI will always do and say what you want. I can't talk with someone like that for more than 5 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on what you're talking about. Because, like, I've had questions that I couldn't quite word in a way that Google could do anything with. Like, trying to figure something out or trying to find information that I couldn't really... Like, I didn't have a lot of information to work with, but I'm like, I'm trying to figure out this thing or find this thing. Help me find it. Maybe it's a movie. Maybe it's a song, whatever. And there have been questions I've been able to ask it that it was able to get me, not necessarily get me the answer, but unlike like a search, it was able to get me closer and closer to the answer. It's like, are you talking about this? Are you talking about that? And then it's like, oh, like I was actually able to figure stuff out that I couldn't have figured out otherwise. So there's like benefits to it as like if you're treating it like a search engine. You gotta be careful with how you're... We're gonna find out something interesting, I think. Right, we're right here. Andastreth. Never been there before. Don't know what it is. We're about to try divine intervention from here. We're gonna see what happens. We need to get more arrows. Agatized dinosaur fossils. So if a teacher says something in a convoluted way, you can ask AI to phrase the idea. I find AI very useful for explaining concepts. Yes. And I know there is some level of trust that you have to have that depending on how complex the idea is, that it's rewording it accurately. But there were things that I've done that where it's like, explain it to me like I'm I'm like 10. Explain it to me like I'm 5. And it can be helpful in that way. I recall the Stargate SG-1 episode where people trusted the intelligent machine to oversee their colony. No thanks. And I think that's the problem. I think there's a lot of... And I hate this word, so I apologize. I just don't know if there's a better word. Because this is starting to... This isn't even proper artificial intelligence as we've understood it. This is... What do they call it? I forgot the word for it. This isn't fully... We aren't fully there yet, but we're getting close. So I think because there's so many stories and legends we've told about this thing that didn't exist until now, we've got a lot of ideas about it that are false. But I think the concerns about the safety and long-term implications are good to keep in mind. I had to unsub from a couple channels after realizing their scripts were entirely AI generated. There is a level where it gets to the point of like being very dull. Yeah. How you doing, Michael Carroll? Yeah, there's limits for sure. I used to give it hard calculus questions to practice, and the answers it gave were all wrong. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you'd have to know enough to know not to do that. Listen to Nerdy, don't date AI like me. Yeah. Not a good idea. Don't tell it secrets. There's so many things it could do with them. Okay, so we're gonna try divine intervention from here and see what happens. Actually, I just saw a video on a guy who is basically already in a relationship, chatting with AI to the point that it is pretty much cheating. And you're like, okay. It's a slippery slope, right? You say, well, I'm just looking at this person. I'm not doing anything, so it's not cheating. And then you say, well, I'm doing something, but the person, I don't know the person. It's just through a screen. That's not cheating. Now I'm talking to somebody that looks like a person, talks like a person. I'm having full emotional and other such interactions with it. It's still not cheating. At a certain point, you're like, relationships don't even exist if this is the logic. It's utterly insane. I'm alright, nerdy. Nice to see you still streaming and stuff. Yeah, it's good to see you, dude. I gotta go through some of my old, where I wrote people's names down. Actually, that's the one negative of not writing it down on the piece of paper. It's because I can go through and be like, see old names. There's a couple people actually more recently, and I was like, oh, I hope they're okay. I hope they're doing all right. This AI is way nicer than my ex. Because it's you. That's the thing. If you're interacting with AI, you're with yourself. Because it's just reflecting and responding off of you. And a computer. What am I doing? I can't even think, man. This AI topic is hacking my brain. I'm so confused. Waste an arrow. I hardly have any left, but you know, it's fine. Mage's Guild offers teleportation. Where did I end up? Dude! We ended up in a new part of the map! It's gonna be hard to come back from, but it's awesome. This is cool. I'm into this. Nisus Fort. Wait, really? I've interacted with the AI bot on Brave browser. Oh, it's got biases. It'll give intentionally misleading answers until I tell it I know better, and it should be deleted. If I don't mind biases so long as they're public and clear, but the problem is being self-aware enough to clearly state a bias that you've given a model like that is probably very difficult. It's just like it's no different than Google censoring the answers it gives you. It's not good. It was interesting. I've seen people talk to AI, like videos, and you know, I'm trusting the person making the video that they're being honest about what they're saying as well. I need to be healed. Where is the place to be healed? But provided that they're, you know, presumably telling the truth. Where's the thingy to make me heal? Shrine of the Tribunal. 35? No! Wasn't this divine intervention that we did? Where's the, oh, yay. Basically they started off by asking it a question and it gave an answer that was a bit bent a little bit. And so they asked the question in a different way to essentially disarm the bias, and it gave a different answer, a distinctly different answer. And I was like, oh, that's not good. This is bad. So, it can happen. Don't tell Nerdy about scripted backgrounds for AI personalities. Oh, man. Like, you know what I think would be a cool application for an AI personality? Whoa. Hey, guys. Sorry, you're trying to sleep. My bad. I give you your privacy. Now, obviously, we've already talked about uses of this in video games, and I'm sure that could be weird. But I think, in my opinion, like, how cool would it be if you took, like, a video game character that, like, in older games that we've already played, and there was, like, a very well scripted character made to interact with. Like, I think that could actually be a really cool, like, maybe, like, a role-playing type of a situation. The only problem is, if we didn't already have, you know, kind of, like, attachments to characters that are not real people, that would make it a whole lot worse. So I'm not saying that's where is it? I'm not saying that's the wisest idea for the betterment of humanity, but I just think it would be really cool. Like, if you had a really elaborate like character made for like a character like Kreia, Martin Septim. Like I just think that could be a cool like a role, kind of like a role playing experience of like just having a conversation. Like you're just an average dude farmer in, you know, I don't know, out just outside of the Imperial City, and you're talking to this person. Like I don't know. I just feel like that could be a really cool. That could be a really cool thing. But people would have to treat it like a movie or like a video game, not into. Wait, what? No one let Nerdy into Polybuzz. She's describing exactly this. I don't know what that is. You used to be able to like to Google how to make your cheese slip off pizza. It would tell you to use glue because of a troll Reddit post. Oh no. I remember the days of 2012 when AI chat had the memory and fluency for goldfish. That must have been annoying. A conversation with Cray, are you a masochist or something? No, I think it would be really interesting. Because with the one-dimensional conversations that you have in the game, not one-dimensional, but you know, they only have so many paths you can go down. It is annoying. But if you could actually like, if somebody could create an elaborate map of her mind, but it'd have to be accurate and different, just like making a remake of something, you're going to have different interpretations of the same thing. It's probably not the best idea, but it could be really cool to actually like, to actually ask more in-depth, not surface level questions. It would revolutionize RPGs if they actually took the time that, you know, inherent to it is the ability for shortcuts and being a little lazy. So if people actually took the time to make it super elaborate, it would be really cool. I think the only problem for game balance would be if somebody ends up getting a, you know, based on like an elaborate set of responses, if someone's able to, you know, has a different experience of the game than somebody else, could be a little weird. Because, like, if you're trying to balance a game out or you're trying to look up how to get a certain conclusion, that might no longer be possible. I checked my app. LOL. Polybuzz has Cray. What is Polybuzz? Map Cray is mine. Input is A, insult and complain. If input is B, insult and complain. It's definitely more complicated than that. But yeah, in the game, definitely how it comes off. She has, and the problem with Kreia is she does not want, she wants to, she has these motives that she's not fully expressing, which is why it comes out that way. AI bot chat? Oh shoot, now I've looked it up. Thanks a lot. No, chatbot and character conversations. Chat anytime. What is this? Dude. This is funny, and there's a lot of creepy stuff on this, so be careful. Some of this stuff is so weird. What is this? Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. I get what... Okay. I wanted to... Wait. Kreia. Dude. I reject both Jedi and Sith. I hate the Force. This definitely sounds like... That definitely sounds like a, an exaggerated view of... That's so funny. I might mess with that a little bit. What have I done? Yeah, what have you done? Farewell, human imagination. We'll outsource that to a machine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't know. I might separate the wheat from the chaff anyway. I mean, because the fact is like, human imagination was a bit oversaturated already. I don't know. I feel like things are going to progress anyway, so I'm not going to be too bothered with it. See, it could pan out like, it could pan out just like every other time in history where it's like you start, the true classics come forward as the people who are actually really geniuses of their time and are not like the rest of the rabble doing all the same thing. So maybe it'll just really won't change anything, or it'll be really hard to find the people who are actually creative or interesting. I don't know. I hope I'm dead before I hear John Spartan, you have been fined 1 credit for violation of the verbal morality statute. What was that? What? Oh, there you are. That was annoying. Yeah, the problem is that it lowers the bar to do shady things from scams to violence and misinformation to propaganda. Yeah. I mean, the internet did that. Social media did that. This is going to do that. You know? Like, things are going to keep progressing one way or another, so... Fighting misinformation with misinformation has kind of become a bit much. Some of us just want a friend. The one thing I've learned, though, about friendship, if stuff is always too positive, or the person always agrees with you, even if it's a real person, it doesn't feel like a real person at a certain point. Because if you don't know somebody until you know what's annoying about them. That's like my personal opinion. You don't know somebody until you know some of their flaws. And friendships can only go so deep if you've never had like an uncomfortable experience with someone. Like you've never gone through anything with them. Not that you can't have a good friendship, you can. But there's like a limit. So imagine that applied to AI. Like that's that much more impossible. And I'm talking about real people. When real people are too perfect, it just doesn't feel like a very deep relationship to me. Lucky for me, all my grandkids are already picking turnips. With a stepladder? Ignorance is strength. Reeker, how you doing? Good morning. I disagree. So after 14 years of isolation, heck, you start talking to the cat. Yeah. Turnips are a tuber. A root vegetable. Yeah. If you're using a stepladder to reach it, you're Oh, I see. I was like... That's funny. I've never heard that one, though. Hey, you're diseased. Oh, it can do that. working. That was a headshot. That's annoying. Cats can be, like, so rude, though. Okay, so I am so far off the beaten path. And I need to get back to being part of a cult here. My bad, it made sense to a farm boy. No, it makes sense. It just needed to be explained. Most sayings don't, like, if you said it to somebody who didn't know the saying at all, it would take a second. Let me see. I need to figure out what we're even doing. Your conjure bow increases your skill in marksman. That's why it hits more often. Huh. Have your cake and eat it too. What else am I supposed to do with a cake that I have? Yeah, I never understood that. It just means, you know, you guys know what it means. It's like, you can't save it for later and eat it at the same time. If you eat it, then it's gone. You have to deal with that. But Mr. Nerdy and I have a joke that he's often in situations where he ends up having his cake, like keeping it and eating it too. So in other words, essentially, he ends up getting to eat the cake, and then he's given another one to replace it, instead of it just being gone. He's funny. Sometimes I get the benefit of some of that. That's nice. Yeah, I never understood that quote at first. Because I'm like, isn't having your cake eating it? And it's like, no. You can't hold on to your cake and keep it if you want to eat it. If you want to eat it, then you don't get to keep it anymore. And then it's, you know, anything that you can enjoy, especially a consumable thing, will eventually be gone because you've enjoyed it. And I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. I got it. I get it. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so where's the dude that's supposed to donate? Where are you? Alms for mission. Brandy? I remember doing that one. Okay. Ebonheart, man, it's gonna take me so long to get to Ebonheart from here. It's crazy. Definitely gonna get more, athletics messing me up. What's mysticism? We have mysticism spells, don't we? Detect animal. Dang it. Woo! So what does this accomplish? Am I detecting creatures now? Doesn't seem that way. No, I know. I meant which of my spells has mysticism. Sorry. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew somebody was gonna be like, really? Really? It's a school of magic which shrinks with each subsequent TES game. By the time Skyrim came along, it was gone. Actually, yeah, that's kind of sad. Yeah, I agree. That's sad. Yeah, I don't understand what that accomplished. Because I didn't see anything. It's just, whatever. What is mysticism? It is but a distant memory. A painful, painful one. Streamlining, accessibility, mass appeal, court the casuals. I mean, it does court the casuals, but I think it also is better for everybody. It depends. It really depends. This is the problem. If you make things more complicating, it's going to be better in some ways and worse in others. And if you simplify things, it's going to be better in some ways and worse than others. You can't avoid that. Like, there's nothing... I don't know. There's nothing you can do about that. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. The good thing is, because they've made multiple games, we now have options of ones that we prefer to play. Usually, whichever generation you're from, that's going to be the one you like the most, because games had a certain, you know, they had certain patterns to them across the board. So it's probably the most comfortable for you to rest in and play. And if you try to play games outside that, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much. Or it'll take more effort, if nothing else. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is that? Oh, she went down. Oh, I thought they were going to be really hard. I haven't really fought people. It's usually just little animals. Why are they attacking me? I'm not used to there being, like, bandits and stuff in this game. That's one thing I haven't really come across much. Like, a couple times. Yeah, we're here. Very far away. And we got attacked by, like, humans. It's very unpleasant. I don't like that so much. Not a big fan. Random hostiles that would stop attacking you if charmed and bribed them. Oh. I'm kind of enjoying being in a new place because I've been in the same places so much. Daedric bow, 250 damage per hit. You can shoot through quite a lot very quickly. Yeah. I shouldn't be treating my bow like it's the same thing as the conjured one. It's definitely been much better. I need more arrows though. I'm running low. They're expensive. I'm definitely gonna get athletics up. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, they don't have arrows. They only have bolts, which is annoying. I mean, maybe if I go back, maybe they'll have arrows this time. But in the past, they've only had bolts, and I'm like, not helpful. Maybe the first time I went, they had arrows, but every time I check, it's just... And usually, I'm used to in-games bolts being for crossbows. I don't know if there's crossbows in this game, but I haven't seen them. There is one near the Daedric Ruin. Icarus Compt, how you doing? Wait. There's a what near the Daedric Rune along the northern coast? Wait, that didn't work. Oh, I don't know about this. 2 types of crossbow, Imperial and Dwarven. Oh! Well, would you look at that? Skyrim is really respecting the legacy of Morrowind. Things that Oblivion didn't bother doing. I think that's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. Oblivion was like, we don't need that stuff. And Skyrim was like, let's bring it back. Morrowind's cool. At least it feels like they've done that on multiple occasions. Oblivion was like, potato faces! Exactly. I can understand why people would be like, Oblivion is just kind of stands out as being just off. Oh, I'm not saying Oblivion didn't do it at all. I'm just saying, like, it eliminated things that Skyrim brought back, which I think is really cool, because now I'm appreciating it more. But, it did its homage, Shivering Isles. I don't know how that's an homage, but that's because I don't know Morrowind enough yet. So I'm excited to find out that. Just wasting arrows, expensive arrows, for no reason. Ashlander camps? Look at the flora and geography. Yeah, I guess I could see some of that. Definitely, the Shivering Isles feels far more like the... Really? It feels far more like, what's that? Dang it. I can't think of it right now, but the planet in Star Wars doesn't remind me a lot of Morrowind, but it kind of feels like something that takes it a whole nother step. Geonosis? No. I mean, a lot of Morrowind can sometimes feel like Geonosis, but, it's the one that Ayla Secura goes to. It's a very colorful planet. That's what Shivering Isles feels like to me. If you were to say it was like anything, that's what I would say it's like. Like it's too, the vibes are too similar. 25 gold! It says Worn Chest. For a split second I thought it said Worm Chest, and I'm like, ugh. Felucia. I think it's Felucia. Felucia and Shivering Isles feel the same to me. It's like the really, really colorful, interesting animals. No! Classic. Worm chest floating, roasting, I'm looking at that thing. Roasting next to an open fire. Wait, I'm not trying to. There you are. Conjuration increased to 19. Sick. how. He either said ow or how. I mean, with these shoes, we're really moving quite far without. It's just, that darn athletics can drive me nuts. Hanagar something. Kudos if you know which planet that is. I do not. It's the one where the girl gets killed by the stormtroopers, right? Yup. And far more chilling when you play the OG Battlefront and you're doing it from the clone's perspective. None of us could bear to look her in the eye. Goosebumps every single time. They're like, she saved our lives. But we all knew what was coming, what we were about to do. See, like, the show made it sound like they had like a bug in there. Like they're like, oh, they had a chip where good soldiers follow orders, and you're like, well, yeah, that makes us feel better about it. But I feel like Battlefront was far more gritty. Like they knew what they were doing. The Jedi were only a temporary part of it. Oh man. They knew. Oh, Hanagir is the Nogri homeworld. Well, I should know that. I'm reading the book. I didn't remember the name of it. From the Thrawn series, right? Where the Nogri are from. Are those the ones that, like, disrupt, like, the Jedi powers or something? Or is that the other thing? Too many names, won't remember them for very long. But it's still cool. Oh, look at you! I know this is out of left field, but do you like the Star Wars sequels? Do you consider them canon on a personal level? No. I feel like they're too far removed from what we understand of, like, the characters, that it just doesn't feel like it's Star Wars at all. It feels like a fun little like, what do you call it? There were a lot of, get out of here. Oh, he tried to swat me with his little pinchers? That's a thing? You know, you can move him like that. Man, this one moves quickly. I saw a lot of fan films of Star Wars, and it felt like a really expensive... Why is this not working? It felt like a really expensive fan film. It's like, oh, this is fun to, like, be in Star Wars land for a little bit, but it didn't feel like it actually was, like, a concrete, like, part of canon. It just didn't really work with the rest of it. Yeah. I mean, the fact is, in reality, like, it's entertainment, so you get to decide how you want to create this fake world in your head. But the fact is Star Wars belongs to Disney now. They get to do what they want. Whether or not they've done a good job, it's case-by-case basis. I would say a vast majority of what they've done has not been great. They have done some things that are great and far more refined than some of the stuff we've seen in the past. And I'm like, it almost makes it worse for me to know what Disney is capable of. Not Disney specifically, but the people making it, making who are in charge. It's like, oh, you're capable of doing something good. So what happened with the rest of it? Like, if it was all bad, it'd be like, oh yeah, it's all bad. But there's been a couple moments where it's actually decent. And the storytelling is gritty and real and does not in any way disrespect, like it actually like falls in line with the storyline that we've been given so far and actually makes sense. And it's like, so when they do a good job 1 out of 10 times, you're like, okay, so couldn't we have done this the whole time? Like, you could have given us something good every time. Like, really? So I can't tell if it makes it better or worse, but are you serious? We are just going through these arrows like they're nothing. Tenebrae was potentially one of the most powerful Sith. He was planning on putting his soul in the body of the Chosen One, which was Anakin in the future when he was born. I felt the 7th was too much like A New Hope. Yeah, it was way too. I didn't mind The Last Jedi, but I couldn't even sit through the 9th. The Last Jedi was definitely the one that showed that, oh, you guys just don't know what Star Wars is. The 7th was like, oh, you're a fanboy who was too lazy to come up with your own story. Okay, hopefully the next 2 develop this into its own story. And then the 8th one was like, we don't understand the basic like concepts of Star Wars, and we're trying to be cool and what's that word? I always forget this word every single time, and I don't know why. What is it? Not diversive. Subversive. The Obi-Wan show definitely felt like a fan fiction for sure. Yeah, the Obi-Wan film had all the good feelings that a fan fiction gives you, with all the poor writing and editing that a fan fiction would deliver. But at least the good moments were good. But it's like they should have made it perfect. They should have, and I think they could have. I don't know how. Contrarian, avant-garde. Yeah, it's subversive, and I don't know why that word always eludes me, but proper subversion, I think that is the right word. I could be wrong. Is Kreia, in my opinion. I think, in a lot of ways, her problems and questions with the way that the Jedi and Sith are so one-dimensional, because quite frankly, they are very one-dimensional. They are very cartoony good, cartoony evil. So it's like, I think the problem she poses with the Force and its ability to exert its will on just normal people who don't want to be a part of it is valid. And that's taking the lore. That's like saying, if you had an alien who was like, I think I understand the concept of the different religions of Earth, and they accurately represent them, but then they also have new questions to add to the chat, you know? Then it's like, oh, that's interesting. But if you have somebody else who walks in and misrepresents every idea and thought, you're like, oh, you just don't get it. You just don't understand what you're saying. You don't know what you're talking about. It's interesting when somebody who knows what they're talking about presents a new angle. That's Kreia. They knew what they were talking about. They respected the original lore, and they said, let's now dive deeper. That's cool. But Rian Johnson, in all his pride, was like, oh yeah, I'm subversive. No, you just didn't understand the source material. That's your problem. Like, you weren't some genius coming up with new ways of looking at Star Wars. You never understood Star Wars to begin with. And so when you presented these ideas, they made no sense to anybody, and they just annoyed people because it was like, oh, he just doesn't understand how the Force works. And he doesn't understand how like he just doesn't he doesn't get it. And it seemed like in a lot of ways none of them did. It's a lot like the failures of M. Night Shyamalan. To be honest, I don't know anything about him. I just know some of his like movies are like super cool because of his name, and other movies are not that cool because of his name, and I don't really understand why. Okay, so okay, please understand I don't know this guy and I don't know a lot about his work. I have seen some of it. I don't know a lot about M. Night Shyamalan. But what it came off to me, and maybe this is just me hearing somebody's opinion about him, you know, somebody else's interpretation of him, but the way it came off to me was that it's just like one of those people that's like, wow, I'm just an artist and I'm so deep, you know? I am so profound because of who I am. Like, that's how it came off. But I'm like, that could have just been the opinion of somebody else that I absorbed, and I don't really know anything about this dude. He's known for having twist ending in his movies to the point of absurdity. So it feels like a little bit of that, maybe. There's one movie where it's an alien invasion, gets repelled by water. Oh, okay. Yeah, there has to be a reason for the things. Nerds. Oh my goodness. Oh. Here's one example. In the movie Lady in the Water, he had a kid get prophecies from reading nutritional guides on cereal boxes. Did somebody plant them there because he knew he'd be looking at them, or was it just this completely random thing that made no sense? What is this? What have I done? What is this? Where am I? This place looks cool. Halormarem, the sturdy wooden door. I feel like it's a bad idea to go in here. Dwemer ruins. Oh my goodness. What is this? This feels like a bad idea is what this feels like. High level area caution. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Let me just really quickly redo my record because I'm like, I want to get a more high res version of this. Make sure it's working. It's working. How do I view the... Wait, how do I view things? Like... Ash yams! I never find ash yams. Jimmy Invictus! Can I go in there or will I die? Oh, you have to have an index. Well, excuse me. I don't have that. I don't even know what that is. A crate. Skooma? That's the first skooma I've ever had. I've never had it. A paper lantern. That's really pretty, actually. I like it. Well, let's see. Did I mark it on the map? Sweet, we're good. Okay, well, I will move on. I know my limits. I think. I don't even know what I'm dealing with here. I have no concept, but you know, that's not the point, is it? Nully, wait, Nully says, warning, no refuge, be attitude for games. I feel like I need to figure out that prophecy right there. Oh, hold up. I know what I'm doing now because I'm getting more experience. Don't forget to save periodically. I did it. I'm learning. I'm learning. This is fantastic. Yeah, I need to save. We need to take a brief break. Wow, it's gone too far. Hold up. Oh, they have arrows this time. And they have restore health. Oh, they have hammers. Oh. Wait, I'm not working on that this time. Am I? Yes? No? No? Dang it. Okay, I'll save those for later. Sweet. So good to see that they had that this time. I mean, they're iron, but it's something. Much better than nothing. You should get to that temple basement to pick up Mark and Recall. You will appreciate it.
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend. Okay. Wait. I can do it again. I'm learning things. I'm one of those people who's a little slow on the uptake, but let me tell you, when something sticks, it sticks. Actually, that's not true anymore. The older I get, the more things just leave. They just leave my brain. They evacuate. They're like, we don't have room here. This is overpopulated with pointless information you never needed to have. So we're just going to leave. Huh. Oh. What? How does he know I have skooma on me? I'm not going to buy that skooma from you. Get rid of it. Then we can trade. What are you even talking about? It's just some restore health potions. What are you talking about? Restore fatigue. Excuse me. Okay. Spell making. What?
Get out of here.
I did nothing wrong. I just picked up a bottle of medicine that I didn't throw on the floor and waste. What is your problem? Okay, there we go. So beautiful. Two people downstairs. One is...
What?
Wait. Two people downstairs. One has Mark and the other has They're separate? Oh, it's like trying to hide a box of Krispy Kremes from the police. They can smell it. So it takes one to know one. Is that what we're saying? Are we saying, you know, they've had a little, you know, little taste of the good stuff? That's why they know I have it. You're not the type I like to deal with. Why? What did I do? Is it because I'm part of the other cult? You need to really? With my infinite amounts of money? To start? What else do you got? Are you serious? Oh, yeah, you know, forget you. 100 gold is a lot for me. You know, maybe we can work on money making and eventually I'll do that. You pissed them off with your crude attempts at persuasion? Well, I didn't know that I didn't know. Come on. Come on! There we go. Money will make you like me. I was told that that's what I had to do. I don't believe that in real life. It only got me 8 out of 100. It's okay. I'll do it eventually. I just don't feel like it right now. Because they were rude to me. And I take everything personally. Okay. Oh.
Make it quick, Outlander.
I did. I know. Hey Nerdy, which games do you think have the strongest writing, story, and characters? I wouldn't say that I'm the most educated storyteller. It's definitely something I would have loved to continue in school. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. I like stories that have a solid overarching tale. It's like I think Knights of the Old Republic 1 does a good job. Knights of the Old Republic 2 does a pretty decent job. It's more in-depth storytelling, but not the best overarching story, but better details, I think. I like the story of Oblivion because it's simple and it's not super convoluted. I know Morrowind is a little bit more convoluted with like there's like more, seems like more. I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to say because I actually don't know, but I have to see it play out. But it definitely feels a lot more convoluted. Whereas I like that Oblivion's is very straightforward. Someone's going to invade. You need to help this guy. You're not the magical savior that saves the. I mean, you kind of are in some respects because you could be part of any group and be a leader of any group. But I feel like Oblivion's more down to earth, where it's like you need to help this guy, the guy who can actually save the world. Because in our lifetimes, we might have one great thing we do, and that's cool. But more often than not, like we're gonna be around people, and we could be good supports to people. You know, like we're all kind of doing little things in life, and I feel like Oblivion's far more down to earth in that respect, and I like that. Knights of the Republic, you are that guy, but you're also, very diminished, and you're around people who are better than you for most of the game. And I like that. I think that's far more realistic. So there's that, and I think that's my thing with games is, and that's why I don't like Skyrim as much as like you're the savior of everything. Like cool, okay, that gets old super fast. Now Skyrim is a different type of game. It's addicting and it's enjoyable and it's a great form of escapism. But I wouldn't call the story. I don't mind the whole Civil War situation. That's interesting. But I think just you're the savior of everything, and every guild has like a guild behind it. Like but there's actually it's not just like the Thieves Guild. It's like the Nightingales, and it's not just the Fighters Guild thingy, whatever. That's the companions. We're also werewolf. Like everything had to have this cool background, and I'm like, it's too much. Doesn't feel real, doesn't feel immersive to me. One of the best games with great writing is Stanley Parable. Oh! I saw someone playing part of that. Have you played that one? I haven't. Wayne Fazda. That's cool. Bows to cult leader. Hello, my cult leader. I worship you. You know what? If this were Skyrim, eventually I would be the cult leader. But welcome. Wayne, how's it going? Fallout 1, love that story. We desperately need you to save us. You saved us. Now get lost. Fallout New Vegas blew Fallout 3 out of the water in terms of writing, including story and characters. And I really enjoyed Fallout 3. and the world they set up and the story seemed, I liked it, which means I would probably love Fallout New Vegas. Some games have great writing and terrible stories, and vice versa. I feel like sometimes with Elder Scrolls, there's so much going on, and there's so many spiritual elements happening at the same time that I don't really know at any given point where I am in the story, and that feels less grounding and less immersive. Whereas Fallout is pretty straightforward. The world is falling apart. You're usually trying to get resources, very simple, very obvious. And I like Fallout for that reason, because if I want to know what I'm doing in the world, it's pretty easy to know what I'm doing. Now Fallout 4 gets interesting with like the motives of certain groups. Sure. Pathfinder Kingmaker has an interesting story if you can overlook the heavy girl bossery. It depends on what that means. Some people think, oh no, there's a girl character, girl bossery. And others are like really heavy handed about, I'm a girl and I'm amazing because I'm a girl. And you're like, shut up. Ugh. I definitely, if that messaging is in it, that's definitely annoying. I got you on that. Mo money, Mojave, Mr. New Vegas. You're not someone until somebody loves you, and that someone is me. I love you, Mr. New Vegas. What? I remember reading Fallout the first time thinking I did something wrong. I was quite mad when I realized you can't get a good ending, but appreciate it way more than any other game to date. Yeah, do you mean like Fallout 1, No Wiki? It definitely has some amazing quotes. Yeah, I feel like a lot of times with Fallout, I feel more immersed in the world itself. Like, I feel more grounded in the world itself. Where Elder Scrolls, I'm just trying to wander around and figure stuff out. Okay, so we're trying to get to Ebonheart. Sweet.
Where would you like to go?
It's even more amazing when you remember that they only had 18 months to crank out New Vegas. That's crazy. That's all we want. Good storytelling. Oh, resting here is illegal. It's always illegal. But resting here is not illegal. It would be 41 flavors of stupid to let you get a drop on me, and you've caused plenty enough trouble as is, Benny. Funny thing in Fallout New Vegas, Vegas opening cinematic shows a poster of Vegas in the year 2025. That's interesting. Oh, what we thought the future could be like. Okay. I think it's funny when you hit the year of like references in shows or movies or games. It's pretty funny. My bad. Illegal again. My bad. No, don't let go of the arrow when I haven't let it go. Wow, I cannot seem to cast the spell. Wow, okay, why is this so bad? Ah, I can't believe that it didn't get flagged. That's amazing, Nully. They flag everything. Okay, so I can't seem to cast this spell at all. Days are going by at this point. I'm trying to cast Reflect. Is the chance... Oh, I don't think I fully understood the cost chance thing. Wonder why it's so bad. See, that was already better. That's terrible. And I did it 8 times, didn't get it once. Maybe 6 or 8 times. I found an arithmetic formula for calculating chance, by the way. Huh. Arithmetic. Arithmetic. Oh. That's interesting. I do not understand what I'm looking at entirely, but it looks cool.
I've got a few minutes if you need something.
Wait a minute.
Do you want something from me?
This is not where I was supposed to... This is... Great.
Strange.
That's one ugly outfit.
He's in the Imperial chat. Okay. Are you serious? We passed Caldera.
So I said, where's the money in that?
Blackmail
I
him
don't
into
know if I
fulfilling
like
his...
this.
Wait, how do you blackmail him? Hmm.
Strange.
Hmm.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really.
I already picked that up. And sold it. What just happened? Okay, that's weird. Why? Why did that take from my magic?
How can I help you?
He said, looks like it did. That was weird. Oh, man. I'm so confused today. Okay.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
I can tell. So can everyone who thinks somebody is watching them. This is really annoying. Okay, there it is. Just a forewarning, and I'll post this on our thing. We are taking next week off entirely, including our members, stream. We have finished Fable 3, which means we get to vote on our next game or game series. If you guys want, Legionnaires, feel free to offer ideas. Or anybody who's interested in becoming a Legionnaire, feel free to offer ideas on what games we should do. Of course, non-members won't vote on the final game, but you can offer ideas for what game we should do next. But for the members stream, we'll do a poll, a vote on what you guys want to do for the next members stream game. Knights of the Republic is really high up there, and part of me wanted to dive into it, but obviously gotta vote first. New Vegas is gonna be the game, calling it now. Oh no. New Vegas is gonna be the game we do on the main. We're definitely gonna do New Vegas here, for everyone. Because it's one of the Bethesda games. It works within the theme of the channel, but there's a lot of games that don't and really are borderline damaging to the channel because it's drawing people in that are like, oh, this is what you do, right? And it's not. Like, we do like Bethesda style efficient leveling type stuff, and so I remember I did a Star Wars video and it brought in a bunch of people. They all left because they're like, oh, you don't do Star Wars stuff all the time. When should we expect that vote to happen? It would have to be sometime next week. I got to get some, Wayne Gretzky hogging. Bethesda, it's really Fallout and Elder Scrolls are really the ones that work within the channel, the main channel primarily. What are we doing? Oh, now I gotta shoot this at something. Oh, watching that thing recover from a hit was gross. Yeah, so if you're a non-member and you're like, oh, I'm kind of interested in becoming one or seeing like maybe if you did this game, I would like to see that. Then like you can offer up the idea, and it might, if it's popular, it could be put to a vote, but the vote's gonna be like, it's gonna be a member only poll. Symphony of Night for me. Symphony of Night. What is this? Okay, I should write that. Symphony of Night. There's a lot of ones we've already talked about too. So, you know. You have one, Mr. Anderson. What is your... Whoa. Light armor increased to 62. It's a vampire RPG where you have to kill a guy. I have never played any games like that. That'll be interesting for me, for sure. And I don't monetize the members. I mean, it would probably be helpful if I did. But I've avoided monetizing any members things, so I don't think it'll cause me any problems if the content is a little violent, or like if it's pushing like a vampire. I could see that having content that maybe pushes some guidelines, but it's not like I'm putting ads on it, so I'm like, man, maybe it's fine. I mean, it'll probably be helpful if I could, because stats are low, but I'm probably not going to do it anyway.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Is that face paint? That's cool. I like it. It's one of the best. I have that one on my old PlayStation back before they added numbers after the name. It's a vampire RPG where you have to kill a guy. It's one of the best Castlevania games. Castlevania game. I still have a pure record on that one. I've never played one of those games. Magic. Summer's Blessing, alteration. Oh, come on. Twitch. Twitch is being weird again. They're very well made. And the music is way better than it has any business being. I mean, admittedly, I've heard of it too many times to not think that it might be good. Seems like a game with a long history. And a pretty good reputation, I would say, from what I've heard. Maybe it'll be my first time playing one of those games. I don't even know. Nerdy, do you have a Steam family game share? If you're not familiar with it, games available in a group list can be played even if someone else is playing games in the list. Wait. Steam family game share. But you'd have to be a family member, right? If you're not familiar with it, so it's like a household thing, where it's like if you all live in the same house. 1,300 games though, dude. That's a sick collection right there. They said this was a 50% chance of cast. Nope, it may be intended like that, but it has no such requirements. Interesting. That's really cool though. Keep in mind though, I'm the type of person, like, I will not use any of my family's platforms if I don't live in their house. Like, so I'm probably a bit of too much of a stickler on that one.
The gods, you tourists are a nuisance.
You tourists are a nuisance. I haven't said anything to you. Like, nothing at all. Like, leave me alone. Where are we? Oh, this is so annoying. I am so far off the beaten path of where I'm supposed to be. This is random, but perhaps the first woman video game composer created the soundtrack for the first Castlevania, but remained uncredited for around 30 years afterwards. I'm the exact opposite, Anderson. I've heard of that happening many times where, like, somebody hires a female to do something, fires her, and doesn't give her any credit. Like, wow, good job, guys. So manly to be a coward and a liar. But that's cool. I mean, but that must mean, though, that eventually she got credited for her work. Which is really cool. Yeah, my thing is if somebody... Hey, can't let women corner that market. My rule is if somebody... If my home and they want to like if we want to watch something together and they want to share a streaming service they have, my rule is that if they're at my home actively, then that's fine. That's typically my rule, unless if they're... It depends, but I think for the most part it's like, okay, it's the same thing with DVDs. It's kind of, and maybe I'm old school for this, but when you had like physical media, you would come over someone's house and let them borrow it. That's fine. I couldn't borrow your entire library, but I could borrow, you know, you can come over and let me borrow something, or, you know, whatever. So if you're over in my place, I could be like, what essentially we're doing is I'm borrowing the service that you're spending money on. I'm borrowing that as you're here, but you're actively here using it. You're using like my... For me, a very easy boundary line to follow. So I think that it just gives me a very easy line of like how I feel about that. So yeah. Like I've had people log into stuff, but like if they're not at my place, I don't use it. Rest and heal and get your magicka back. What is happening right now? Is Twitch doing its crazy thingy? If Twitch is being weird right now, I am so sorry. Are you serious? Guys, anyone on Twitch? I am so sorry. I might have to cancel the stream on your end. I am so sorry. It's been doing this to me. If I stream long enough, it just cuts off my streams. And I don't know if Twitch is doing it. I don't know who's doing it, but it always happens late into the stream. Yeah, Nully, are you on Twitch? If it's not worth it, I'll just turn off the Twitch stream. But then it's like, Twitch is like, yeah, you know, we'd make you an affiliate, but like, you just don't have the viewership we need. And it's like, you keep cutting off my streams and then I'm losing people. Then my average goes down. What do you expect? Wait, what? No, YouTube. Yeah, Bezos doesn't like Morrowind. This is Morrowind, people. Morrowind. Gotta respect it. Yeah. So...
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Hey, at least you're nice to me, dude. So many people are so rude to me. What is the point of this being so high? There's bread. Ah. Oh, that would have been nice to know. Wow. One-handed blunt. That's really nice. Am I gonna get in trouble if I take that? It's really nice. That's really, but look at that. Am I successfully sneaking? Supposedly we can find dirt on this guy eventually. Doop, 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 doop. I'm so sneaky. Dang it. Odral Helvis. There is a okay, so wait a minute. How do I okay. Okay. So this thing's trapped. Someone's coming. That's not good. Okay. I know okay. This is not good. Don't got a good security skill right now. But I do need to work on my security. So it's fine. Okay, we're gonna take a pause, brief pause. We'll be right back. Get some yummy, fancy, whatchamacallit, death claw energy or water or something. Mine is like a mango flavor. Interesting. Like it. Pretty good. Just vising yourself and trigger the trap? 100% magic resistance means you'll be fine? Dude. So my vising is like, what is it? 25% or something? And I've already got 50 from being a beautiful Breton. Or something like that. That's pretty sweet. I always think of the traps, and maybe this is a Skyrim thing, as being more of a physical effect. That is insanely cool. Okay. I'm gonna keep that in. Whoa! I accidentally did something. There you go. I fixed it. I'm so glad we got our saves back from, like, last week. It's a good time. Oh, no, Invictus. Oh, man. That's so funny. Greetings, the true mantis. Hey, dude, mad respect to you for enduring on Twitch. Twitch has been doing some weird stuff. If I get far enough into my stream, it's been cutting out, cutting in, cutting out. I apologize. That is unfortunate, and I don't know why it's doing that. I'm so sorry, but if you're enduring, we are going to take a brief break just for a quick second. But we appreciate everyone on Twitch right now because it seems like at the beginning of stream, everything's fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, gets grumpy. And I don't know what to do about it. So, I'm going to do that. We're going to do this. Got to do all the little things. But you're awesome. Usually use telekinesis to open from a distance. Oh, that's what you could use telekinesis for? Are you serious? I didn't even know you could use telekinesis that way. how does that work? That's really cool. So you can like use it to wait, what am I doing? Do those type of things from a distance. That's interesting. Detect. Yeah, it extends your pickup distance. I knew you could like make things come closer to you, but I didn't know that it could affect like your actual like can it affect lockpicking and probing and stuff? Like that's cool. When telekinesis is active, oh, I see. So it's actually okay. So this is where you gotta understand the actual game mechanics itself. It's extending your interaction range. That's interesting. You can also do on touch spells at a distance, which are more powerful and cheaper. Interesting. This is crazy, guys. This is interesting. Telekinesis is useful in all kinds of little ways. Wow. Still learning, still learning. This is pretty cool. Okay. Let's see if we can switch. What is this? Huh. Okay. Okay, BRB. Okay, here we go. We got this. Okay. So we're gonna throw on a little Visine. But it's very short. Our Visine is super short. Okay. Come on, baby. Work. Work it. Work it. Okay. Talk to Ajira in Balmora Mages Guild so she sells spells cheap. Telekinesis available in Aldrin at the Mages Guild. Ooh, okay. Okay, so let's see. We need to immediately... Do we just go for it? Great.
Spit it out or hit the road.
Dude, don't be rude. Fine, I'll just use a magic potion. Okay. Do we have potions? Where am I hearing people? This is scary. No way, disarmed trap. There's no way. Do I not have any lockpicks? Like at all? Oh boy, guys. Oh boy, are you serious? Is this our next problem? Is that now I need to get actual lockpicks? Well, we disarmed the trap. That's pretty amazing. Who do we buy lockpicks from? Hey there. No way. Ooh. Total cost? That's expensive. That's really expensive. Well... Dang it. Are you serious? Open 40 to 60 points on touch. Well, I just undid. I used a probe and I undid the trap. I don't know how, but I did. Excuse me, sir. Sorry. Boop. Okay, so, I guess we could try this? Oh, you gotta go to magic. Why are these unusable? There's no way. Secret Caldera Ledger. There's no way. You been able to see what's up there? It's trapped. Oh, I'm kind of feeling kind of lucky right now. So many treasures. Sorry, Twitch. Twitch is making me look really bad. They're using it against me.
So tiresome.
So tiresome. So tiresome. Don't touch that chest as it can break some quests. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I'll leave that one behind. So I'm going to take a look. I don't know if you have to take a look at the ledger first. This book shows the ebony mined in and shipped from Caldera. It shows a steady flow of ebony from the mines to something called the Ashlands Management Fund. Apparently, someone in Caldera is using the mines to fund a personal project. It's not something I would tell the likes of you. Why isn't this working? So I can't even threaten him? I've got the information now.
Go ahead.
Huh. Looks like it. Is it okay if we give general gameplay tips, or do you want to be as blind as possible? Yeah, general gameplay tips are fine.
Trouble, or are you just stupid?
Yeah, I don't mind general stuff. So far, this whole story has been... I've gone in completely blind. I don't really know what's happening at all. So, yeah. And we love you guys on Twitch. Thanks for sticking with us. You are amazing. So what we're doing right now is we're trying to threaten this dude. We've got information. There's a secret ledger. And he won't even talk to me about the topic, so I can't even just throw it in his face. I don't know what's up with that. If you demand that Pelelius give you the money, he'll attack. I didn't do that. If you accuse Pelelius of corruption without evidence, I have the evidence. His disposition towards you drops. Huh. Okay, so I think what it's saying is we need to actually go to the mine that it's talking about in order to get any information. To like confirm the rumor. Yes. Hold on a minute. Ooh, actually, you know what we could do? I try to hit him with a probe. I contracted something, really? Gross. Morrowind doesn't have specific quest items like in later games. Yeah, it is helpful, admittedly, to know when an item is like a quest item. Messing around the mine will increase your standing with House Redoran. Is that something I want? What's the difference between the different houses? I'm assuming if there's a Caldera mine, it's got to be closer to Caldera, right? I'm just assuming. Things can be surprisingly close to each other in Morrowind. Like aggressively close to each other. Probably to keep it more obvious, but like... maybe that's not always the case. Redoran warriors. Hlalu merchants and merchants and mages. Oh, thank you, Nully. That's interesting. Veteran also works for clerics. I guess Veteran would be a good option for me. Ah. Marksman increased to 45. Actually, we're probably pushing it in terms of, like, needing to work on other things. Just because you can't appreciate the stick doesn't mean it's less appealing to everyone. Never could get into Telvanni. I think if I made a more intentional build, I would choose Telvanni. But... Redoran is the white bread of guilds. I did Telvanni just to try it out. Hate their houses, never did it twice. I feel like I would just want to try each one. I'd just be curious. Maybe it'd be helpful to make like a build around it just for role-playing reasons. Just to make it more concrete, I guess. Where is this mine? And why is my chat cut off? And why is it different? Oh no, it's because I edited it in the other page. Why did it do that? That's annoying. It messed it up. Oh dear. I don't remember how I had it before. I kind of messed it up. My bad. Trying to find Caldera Mine in Morrowind is a rite of passage. You'll get it. Huh. Looking very Star Wars there, nerdy. Thank you. It's a rite of passage. It means I can't look it up. Gonna have to log off before we even find it. I mean, if you're gonna look things up, I wouldn't call it a blind playthrough. Well, I mean, I look things up in every game, quite honestly, but not all the time. Is that it? Right there? Are you serious? It's not it. Namu. I'm assuming that's not it. Oh, wait a minute. We've been here. This is the mine, isn't it? We've been here like a bunch of times. Well, I mean in the very beginning of the game, but I haven't been here in a while. Caldera Ledger. Can I just take this? Can you take it? Okay. Wait a minute. What is that? Slaves left bracer. Okay. So are they out here then? Why are there a bunch of creatures out here? Aren't the people supposed to be working over here? How do they do that safely? I already have an arrow drawn. I have to shoot it at something. Whatever. Ancestral tomb. That's not what we're going for. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I've labeled it as a blind playthrough. I just mean it's an easier way to explain that I don't want people giving me a bunch of hints and stuff, and I actually don't know the story at all. No! I want to pick up the lockpick. Leave me alone. you have lots of arms. That's interesting. Wait. Bone Lord. Bone Meal. Common Soul Gem. Interesting. True, most modern games don't develop patience or I mean, I guess. I'm not really bothered by it. If I had infinite time to spend on video games, then I'd be like, problem solving would be more a part of my process. And I do try to problem solve within a reasonable amount of time. But at a certain point, you're trying to play a game, not just stare at one screen for an hour. Isn't this where I found the helmet? Or maybe just a place like this? This is not where I'm supposed to be. I am aware. If I had an infinite time, I'd play every novel RPG from the 90s and early 2000s. Yeah. Living is also a nice pastime. At a certain point. Can I actually pick up this lockpicky thingy? A bent probe? How is that useful? I feel like it might be. Maybe I'll just leave it there and try to remember that it was there. Yeah. I don't think it matters, to be honest. I think it's kind of irrelevant. It's like you just play the games you want to play. They're entertainment. They're not being successful in life. It's just entertainment. And if you have a form of entertainment you'd prefer, like, you know, don't take it to heart. Oh no, I'm a mix of the two. I enjoy modern games. I think they're better. They have certain things that they've just honed in and nailed in a lot of ways, and there's older games that have certain things but not everything honed in, and so it's like no. And I don't take things personally so much as I'm more like, I don't know how to word this because I'm thinking of a way to word this and it's not correct. It's not accurate. I'm more just like I get people. Like I don't feel like treating anyone unfairly. Yeah. And I think that's the point. That's the point of any entertainment is dopamine. So if a game can do that better, technically it's good. It's like it's accomplishing what entertainment was meant to accomplish. You're not really accomplishing anything in real life. You're just trying to enjoy something in a lot of times it's escapism. So that's the dopamine is the point. Now, can that be taken to like a negative level? Totally. It could be totally unhealthy. As every form of escapism is. Unless if your escapism is working out and eating celery, most likely it's unhealthy. My problem with Bethesda is they keep improving gameplay elements, yay, but their writing keeps getting worse. Boo. Yeah, I think that's a pretty accurate. Yeah, and a lot of games are like that. They'll improve one thing, but like they do it at the expense of other things. See, that's a preference thing, I think. I think when it comes to mechanics, like, for instance, I hate Halo. Why do I hate Halo? Because I hate their mechanics. It's because I grew up with different mechanics. And for me, like, I hate playing the game. I'm sure it's got a great story, a bit convoluted, never know what's happening, so I don't feel like it's the greatest story either. But that's just a personal thing. A lot of people love it. Doesn't mean they're wrong or I'm wrong. It just means, like, don't love it. Don't see anything suspicious in the figures. Oh, you won't talk to me because I've got the blight? Great, let me see if I can heal that. Because I'm going to need people to actually acknowledge my existence. Yeah. I can understand wanting to balance games out and having a hard time with knowing you can't keep everything. It's almost like generations handing stuff down to you and you're like, okay, your great grandparent handed stuff down to you, and then you handed stuff down to your kid, and then to their kid, and then to their kid, and then to me, and I'm supposed to keep all my life and my stuff, and then I'm supposed to take all the stuff that you guys have collectively collected, and then I'm supposed to hand that down to the next person along with all of my stuff. It's like, it's like gaming. Like you can't carry along with it every single mechanic to every generation. It eventually just doesn't work with the new, way that they're doing it. Yeah, Icarus. I think that's again, it's the hard part because it comes down to opinion. I like morality mechanics in games, so long as they're not a little, so long as they're decent. A lot of people think they're kind of pointless, and it can all be, based on opinion, and it can be hard to maybe work into the game in a meaningful way. I think both opinions are right because it's an opinion. It's just this is a game. This is not valuable, deeply valuable in life. It's like it's just what do I prefer to play around with? It's like a toy. You don't have to like the toy I'm playing with, but I like it. This is Gen X. We were all handed. All we were handed was a big wad of cynicism. That's so funny. I feel like, to be fair, though, a lot of generations are the same. They've learned to appreciate their own opinions while being cynical about other people's opinions. And a lot of times when you have somebody who's willing to look at other opinions and be open to other opinions, sometimes they don't take any opinion. I have very strong opinions of things, but I'm also very open-minded. So, because I've seen myself be wrong. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm right. Because I've seen myself on things I'm very deeply convicted about, I've seen myself proven wrong. And any human who's honest with themselves or who's self-aware enough, that's happened to as well. So it's like, I realize I have learned to recognize what of my thoughts and ideas are just opinions and not fact of the world. So, like, no, Iggy was, that is an interesting opinion. That's so funny. Okay, do we have anything healed? But they could be fun to poke. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like video games. It just depends on what you find entertaining and what the next person finds entertaining. I think what it comes down to is if you have a relationship with someone where you poke each other, go for it. I don't like it when people, and I'm not talking about online, because online, quite frankly, it's hard to know tone, and we're all just kind of people just having a conversation. That's not a problem. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just thinking in personal relationships, I have seen where one person will poke and the other person distinctly doesn't. They're just like, I really don't like this. And the person's like, I find it entertaining to bother you. I think that's just kind of immature. Because that same person will always have things that bother them and make them deeply angry. So it's like, well, you know what? That's kind of, you reap what you sow. If that's how you're treating other people and then you're deeply offended about something and you think you're a victim, it's like, well, then you know what? That's what you get. Because you're the type of person that likes to do that to people. I've seen that. The people who poke the most and joke the most and haze the most often cannot take it. And you're like, okay, like, I'll admit that I don't really enjoy that all the time. I do. I like the hazing, but it has to come from, just depends. But sometimes there's areas where I don't enjoy that. So it's like, I don't do that to other people, period. But yeah, I think good relationships, immature just means young and hurt. I'll take it. Old soul means my back hurts. I know how you feel. I had a leftist friend who went so far off the deep end that being around him was like walking on eggshells. Yeah, there's a certain point at which I feel like good relationships can handle not joking and can handle like genuine confrontation, not just teasing. I think on one hand, like there's really good hazing relationships that people can have, but at a certain point they can't have an honest conversation because they don't know how to. So it's like if you can have a type of relationship where you can mess with each other and haze each other and like poke at each other, but you can also have serious conversations. Yeah, you got a pretty solid one there. Don't let that one go too easily. That's a good one. Common disease, blight disease. Okay, will you talk to me now? Fines and compensation. No, I'm thinking of I think we have to talk to the Slaves. Smuggling raw ebony. Stays safe, stays quiet. All right. Ah, it worked. Yeah, the modern mindset has gone to crap. People act like disagreeing is the end of the world. Yeah, I've seen Gen X that like I think like Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, all of those generations. I think yeah. Yeah, there's an interesting balance. Each generation has its things that it's good at and its things that it's bad at, and that's just the fact. And a lot of it is a trade-off. Sometimes in order to be good at one thing, you just end up being insufficient at the other thing, and that's fine. So it's just like yeah, we've popped out more of our fair share of Karens. That's where it's like yeah, you have to be willing to disagree and not lose sleep over it, but sometimes people lose sleep because they're like, I can sleep just fine knowing I'm right about everything, which is probably the more Karens that you're talking about. Your journal has been updated. He comes at night. He thinks he sneaks. Thinks no one sees him, but everyone sees. He takes ebony and puts it in a bag, then he sneaks out again. You have the key. Will you let me go free? Isn't that guy looking at us right now? You're a good friend of Katsura.
Warm day to you, friend.
Okay, just don't let that dude see you. Okay. I don't know if you could just willy-nilly free all those guys, but since I don't know, this becomes a very more role-playing issue of like, okay, this guy helped me out. He's okay, I think we're good. Like he helped me and the guy's not looking at dang it. 74. No. So, great. I'll put 73. This is the thing with older people, and this is going to be true for our generation too. You become almost a caricature of your... Oh, this is probably not the best way to put it, but your character... It's almost like in Knights of the Old Republic, when you're light side, the more light side you get, the more your face glows and you look glorious and angelic. And then if you're evil, your face slowly like corrupts itself over time. That is what every old person of every generation will be. Is if you're a kind person, you will grow more kind. If you're a patient person, you grow more patient. If you... because you have sensors when you're young. When you're a little kid, you don't have any sensors. And as you get older, you're like, oh, shoot, I'm going to censor my issues. I'm going to censor my rudeness. I'm going to censor my judgmental capitalism. You know, like all the things that are ugly about you, you learn to gently cover them up. And as you get older, you're like, I don't want to cover up anymore until you're an old person and you now have no sensors left. And everything that's beautiful and everything that's ugly is there for people to see. And if you've grown to be self aware, then you're going to be able to see yourself accurately and understand why people see a certain ways. And if you're the type of person that's like, everybody's my enemy and nobody gets me and I'm just right about everything and everybody else is wrong about everything, it's because you've essentially raised yourself to be blind to your own self. And so it really is just you, yup, and children are becoming adults. Yeah, so, you know, I think it's a good thing to learn to censor yourself. I'm not saying that's bad, but it's supposed to, the point of censoring the uglier parts of yourself is to give you time to get better at those things, not to hold on to those things in the background. Invictus, I'm quite looking forward to yelling at clouds in my bathrobe. I've always strenuously supported the right of every man to his own opinion, however different that opinion might be to mine. He who denies to another this right makes a slave of himself to his. That's what okay, that's so funny because we had a conversation like that. I'm like, if you don't give someone else, like, if you say I'm right and you don't get to believe what you believe because you don't agree with me, it's like, okay, but then that means we're all bound to that. So it's like, if you take away someone else's right to be treated politely because they don't agree with you, then that means you should be okay with them not being polite to you, for them being unkind to you because you don't agree with them. Like, what kind of world is that? Present opinion because he precludes himself the right of changing it. I didn't read the rest of it. Okay, let's see if this guy will finally talk to me. That, and as you age, you have less time to put on and act for the benefit of others. The field of F's to give is eventually empty. And I've realized that about myself, that there's certain things where I'm irritated or I have something ugly to think, but I know how to be polite and I know how to be, fun. And I'm like, oh man, there's going to be a point where I'm not going to be a great benefit to society or to the people I love if I don't learn how to get my own personal character in order. That's, again, it gives you time. You learning how to deal with situations well, despite how you feel about it, gives you time to learn to be a better person. Also makes those individual situations better, of course. Let's see. I have this one coworker who's very rude to everyone, and he's young. Man, yeah, he's got time. Let's see if he uses it wisely. It probably puts me somewhere on the spectrum. I think I prefer hostility to politeness because it's generally more honest. See, but that's a problem. The reason why it's a problem, not a problem with you. Let me be clear. It's not a problem with you. What it's showing, and I was actually just talking to Mr. Nerdy about this. A lot of times, that is so weird, Anderson. I literally was just talking to Mr. Nerdy about this. The problem is, and we were talking about this, evil gets pushed under the rug, evil lasts longer than good. Good gets pushed under the rug because often the evil we see is somebody's genuine, quite frankly, lack of self-control. A lot of times evil comes out that way and it feels more genuine. There's nothing that says more about a person than to say, hey, I want to be selfish, but I'm going to choose not to be selfish. You know? That's not insincerity. That is somebody being above their own feelings. Like, that's as genuine as you can get. Because that is what shows that, okay, so Anderson, this is what I would say. That opinion, that feeling, I prefer hostility to politeness because it's generally more honest, is what has birthed the generation we have now that thinks that your feelings identify you, not your actions. Because people have grown to feel, previous generations have grown to feel that feelings are more genuine than the action you do instead of your feelings, which can be true. A lot of people feel things and they'll lie to your face, and they will lie their actions will lie to you about how they actually feel. I'm not saying people can't lie in that way, but a lot of times, because we believe that a person's feelings mean more than their actions. Now we've spawned a generation that they just follow all their feelings because that's what's truly genuine. But that's not true. And I definitely don't believe that. I believe feelings are a passing thing. Oh, like you said, feelings are just like the weather. What you choose to do, if you're being honest and genuine, what you choose to do is more important. And sometimes people choose to do things because they're being manipulative. So manipulative is part of their character. But sometimes, but if someone's not, trying to do that, and obviously intent is a part of that. If people choose to do things against what they feel, that says a whole lot more about their character. And that's why I feel like politeness is more honest. Not politeness, that's not the best word, because anybody can be polite and talk about you behind your back. But it's people who are consistent. Somebody can be hostile with you but never try to attack you. Somebody can be polite to you and try to. It's about like what is the action that follows it. Nothing bites so hard as an old Southern lady saying "bless your heart." Yeah, we all know what that means. I was raised in the South, and nicety, polite to the face, and ready to be a backstabber later is a thing I've seen, experienced, and despise. Yeah. Yeah, that to me, but and that's where that type of like politeness is the negative behavior. Politeness isn't, in and of itself positive. I'm kind of more mean like if I really genuinely feel that I want to take that last piece of cake and I really genuinely feel that I don't think you deserve it, but I give it to you anyway, not because I'm trying to get anything out of you, not because I'm going to stab you in the back later, but like because that is what I'm choosing, that I believe it's the right thing to do to give it to you. That action it says more about me than the feeling I had. Now I can address that feeling later and say, "Hey, why am I feeling such a lack of graciousness toward this person or generosity? I was still willing to do the right thing. Now let's address why I was feeling like I didn't want to do the right thing." You know what I mean? Guys. Bicycle. I just got a 22-inch largemouth bass on camera. Dude, Bicycle, nice. Sick. Ryan Nowicki, that is actually a very good point to this conversation. As you age, you're more likely to have an injury or disease of the mind. These kinds of eventualities don't typically make people more inclusive. Someone with an aneurysm, for example. Well, and also more just nice and more pleasant. I know somebody who took such good care of themselves and had such good character that even when something goes wrong with them, they tolerate it well and they're still kind and they're still gracious and they're still willing to listen and to take advice. And they're much older, but they're willing to do that because they've developed the character to do that over their whole life. And they've taken such good care of themselves that they're not, even when something goes wrong with them, they haven't put themselves in a situation where they're at poor health all the time. Like they have made an effort to really be mentally healthy and physically healthy. And that shows. And I've seen both side by side. And it's crazy the difference. You can't fake it. It's like the whole like concept of investments or retirement or whatever. You can't, by the end of it, it's too late. You're gonna reap what you've sown already. It's too late. Not that you can't change, but it's like really makes a big difference. You can tell who's really dedicated their life to being a certain way. Okay. Okay, so yes, I am he. Why can't I talk to him about this? I have proof. Yeah, what were you using as bait? Wait a minute. Maybe I talk about What if I talk to him about the donation? I'm busy. Excuse me. Threaten. This is most awkward. Since you confront me with this, I presume you intend blackmail? If you hope for cash, I must disappoint you. I have no ready cash at present. Or no. Oh, no, that is what he said. You must content yourself with these pieces of raw ebony. I'm sure you can get your 500 drakes for them. And more. Now leave me. Goodbye.
I'm listening.
So I wonder if our little friend over here will buy them. Wait, wrong side. Wait, wrong side? Am I on the wrong side? I am on the wrong side. Worm and a hook. Dude, classic. Well, it boils down to the difference in sexes. You ladies are more interested in social cohesion and smooth things over. Guys were built to be an ablative force. But I've seen it the other way around too. Man. You got a discontent or argumentative female that can grow into something that's unpleasant, and you have a very kind, just always trying to take care of people type of guy, and he's just the sweetest old man you'll ever meet. So it's like it really. I agree with you that women are maybe a little bit more capable of seeing those things, but I've just seen equally as. I've seen women be as equally lacking in self-awareness and victim mentality and all that. So, but I don't think it's about exceptions. I think it's about character. When you have good character, you grow into someone with good character as your default. And I don't think I agree that there are aspects of men and women that we just get better at certain things, but that doesn't change if you have good character, and that doesn't change who you grow into. And so, I don't think men are like, unless if I'm reading what you're saying incorrectly, I don't think women in social cohesion and men just being whatever, I don't think that's a rule. Don't want to work, just bang on a drum. As fun as that would be, sir, I have things to sell you and I'm really hoping you'll accept them. Where's the ebony? Right here? I don't buy that item? Really? I don't buy that you don't buy that item. Going to the exception first is a chick thing too. I think it's just a discussion thing, but again, it's not an exception to the rule. And it's not a baseline. I just don't agree with that presumption. Well, don't blame me. Blame the psychologists who say men are typically less likely to avoid conflict. I'm not smart enough to make this stuff up on my own, but I've seen psychologists say men are more likely to avoid verbal conflict because there's a threat of physical violence. Because men are strong and more likely to be willing to confront each other in a physical way, that they calm down more when it comes to verbal altercations. Whereas women, because they feel safe in that arena, are more likely to engage in verbal altercations because they think they're safe from physical threats. And they want to have, they can be more emotional. But see, what that comes from is both of those things are coming from people who are likely to get in altercations to begin with, or who find themselves in that and are not seeking it out. So I don't think avoid conflict in general. It just depends on what type of conflict you're willing to engage with.
I really don't want you around here.
Okay. I don't want you around here either, Mr. Nedhelas. Us women tend to go off easier. Yes, we can. Which is why violence in certain relationships tends to skyrocket, and it's sad. And just like there's certain issues with men that are just not talked about, there's certain issues with women that are just not talked about. And so it's not an exception. It's just not discussed. And I think the benefit of the age we live in is we're willing to discuss all of it.
Another tourist.
Now, it doesn't mean we always have the right opinions on it, but, you know. Okay, so we need to find somebody who's willing to buy. Pawnbroker, probably, I would assume we would get the least amount of money from the pawnbroker, right? The clothier. Armor. He would accept ebony, right? Less chance of negative consequences. You know, I do think too, though, that as the times have changed, the consequences, men and women are starting to be viewed more equally in that arena, and I think we're seeing more of, you don't just side with the mom automatically. You don't just side with the wife automatically, at least in a legal sense. That's definitely shifted because we've seen people abuse that. And just think, like, from your lips to God's ear. Wait, you're selling ebony or something to someone other than the scamp? The scamp would not accept the ebony. I was so sad. Ooh. Silver cuirass. Oh, well, in this game, it's heavy armor. I guess that makes... I would assume that makes sense, but in later games, it's considered light. Netch leather greaves. Imperial studded leather cuirass. I like that. That looks cool. That's got to look cool, right? Armor 20. What's mine? What's my current armor? Armor 20. But it weighs 6. How much does this weigh? 9. Ah, not worth it. Never mind. Okay, but I need you to buy my ebony. We're also gifted with the art of nagging men. Yeah. We're all capable of nagging each other. Turns out, shocker. And it's definitely not an exception to the rule. It's just, are you good at communication or not, is really just the bottom line of that one. Are you willing to be honest in your communication or not? Which both sexes can either choose to communicate well or not, or quite frankly, a lot of times have been raised to communicate well or not. Don't buy that item. Who buys ebony?
Don't stand about.
Don't stand about. Oh, alchemists will buy ebony. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, we'll just head over to Balmora or something. Does she see a problem and nags him to fix it, or does she ask him to fix it? Because she knows he can. She goes to... If you're less capable of dealing with a problem than the person next to you, why not ask them first? I mean, we don't have the full story of every dynamic. We just have the straightforward story of things. Yeah. Maybe she's just making conversation. Maybe she's just telling the one person who might be able to give the best advice of how to deal with it. And he said, I got this. If he had said, hey, can you go to the Vaughn's down the street? Maybe she would have been like, yeah, sure. Thank you. I'm so glad I asked you first. You know? Nothing's saying that she was unwilling to do anything about it. Like, that's really reading into it. He said, I missed the part where that's my problem. Yeah, nagging as a term implies a constant asking. And asking somebody that you know, it's a form of manipulation. There's nothing to say that was the intent was manipulation. And also nagging, I think sometimes can also imply dishonesty. Like like when you're like, hey, you know, we should go to the gym. Honey, I really don't want to. Hey, we should go to the gym. Hey, we should go to the gym. Hey, why don't you ever want to go to the gym with me? Hey, you should go to the gym. Honey, I just really don't want to. I'm tired. Instead of sitting down and saying, honey, I feel like, you know, having an honest conversation. I feel like you've been getting unhealthy. You have constantly complained about pain and about this and that, and I just feel like when you went to the gym with me, that you were happier and you had more energy, and I really want to see you healthier again. You know, that's an honest conversation. That's different than, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? You know, like, I feel like a lot of times it's a cover for what you really want to
How
say.
may I help you, Breton?
Wait, Ajira's not here. Ajira's over here. What am I doing? Do it, 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 do it. Is it done yet?
Outlander.
The one argument, the one statement you can never argue against. Come on, man, do it. Can't argue with that. Just do it. Or as Puddin' Pop Palpatine would say, do it. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. Okay, barter. Ebony. I didn't even get 500 for it. Dude. Oh, you're gonna be able to get so much more than the 500 drakes I promised. No, I got 390. Shame on you. That's a hilarious South Park clip, Nelly. I am not familiar with that. But when the lawyer says, you all think he did this, but come on. Ooh, raw glass. As much as I would love to use that right now, I could go hunt for it later, I guess. Ah, Daedra's Heart is so helpful with alchemy. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go for now. I'm gonna get better at alchemy, and then I'll use those more expensive things, because I probably won't waste them at that point. She accepted 3 coins over. Look up South Park Wheel of Fortune sometime. Ooh, I'll have to do that. I've seen clips here and there, but I've never, like, watched it. I think I've probably just seen things that pop up on YouTube.
What can Khajiit do for you?
So if there was a way to tic-tac my way all the way down to Pelagiad... Wait, where's Pelagiad? Do they have a... If I do Divine Intervention, which way is it going to take me? Is it going to take me north or south? Like, is it going to take me the direction I'm trying to go to get to Ebonheart, or is it going to take me the wrong direction? That'd be helpful to know. You know what would be taking me the right direction is leveling up my Conjuration. That would take me the right direction. Oh, I have the wrong thing on. When do I do it? When do I do it? Please work. Please take us to, like, Pelagiad or something. Moon Moth? Oh, it just took us there. That's fine. What's in Pelagiad, if anyone's willing to tell me? Would Divine or Elm Sylvie get me closer to where I am attempting to go? I know it'll probably take me up to Balmora if I use it too early, so... Anasi. Aw, man, I'm going along this path. These little, like valley thingies do get super annoying. Mages Guild. Oh, the Mages Guild teleport. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Am I actually doing this? Am I actually doing this right now? I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. See? You guys told me eventually you learn them well enough. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why. Because I haven't been working with the Mages Guild, I completely forgot that they teleport you for way cheaper. Half the price. Approximately.
Yes.
One of these days. Mine is gonna be blown at that point. I'm gonna just be like, this is crazy, guys.
Do you need something?
Do you need something? I don't even know how to get out of this place, to be honest.
I'm listening.
So this is where we came from.
Do you want something?
Oh, I remember there was a quest in there. Do you want something? Can you? I'm gonna trust you on this one. Oh, actually that kind of works. Alright. I got you. Whoa. Whoa, do I look that cool and I'm killing a beetle? Divine should get... Oh, yeah, duh. Because Divine, they have the... Oh. No way. Let's get as close to the west as we can. See? I'm learning. Blowing my mind here, guys. Ew, I saw one of those guys in the thingy. Okay.
What brings you
Morrow
here?
maps. Man, dude's a decent whistler, dude. Good job. Yes, I have the 500 drink donation. I had to supplement it, but whatever. You have succeeded where others have failed, Elise. You got us pointlessly expensive wine and money from thieves. Good job. This money will greatly benefit the widows and orphans of Vardenfell and also the rich people. I'm beginning to run out of gifts suitable to reward your diligence. Perhaps you may find this assortment of scrolls useful. We received them from an anonymous donor, but there may be some good in them. Now, when you're ready for your next Almoner mission, speak to me again. Scroll of Black Despair has been added to your inventory. That sounds like scary. Scroll of Elevrim's Sty? Is that a good thing? Lord Maha's Vengeance. That also sounds really scary. Savage Might. Gambler's Prayer. Is that a good thing? Alvusia's Warping. Your journal has been updated. Goodbye. It took me all that time to do one quest for you. I usually sell my mark spell in front of... Oh, set my mark spell in front of Balmora Mages Guild teleport. Then I can usually get where I want within a short moment. That's smart. That makes a lot of sense. I don't have any, like, problems with... No problems with my stats. Oh, no one to hold them and no one to fold them. No one to poke them.
A visitor.
No one to
What may I do
boop
for
them.
you?
Okay. Well, I guess we did it. we will be back in actually technically a couple weeks. It's so sad. But we are taking next week, for those of you who didn't hear, next week will be a break. Let's call it your summer break. And we will be back the following week. So it's going to be the whole week. So I will try to have something post or something just as a reminder. And for the let's see, what do we have? Symphony of Night, we have KOTOR. I feel like there was another one. Maybe Anderson told me about it, but there was another one that I'd never played before, and it was an RPG. I forgot what it was called. I don't know if I bought it or not. I don't think I did. I probably put it on like my wish list, and then I'll probably buy it eventually. But if we're gonna try a new game, like I'll try to put a but maybe I'll check the Discord. We do have our Discord, and I'll check it and see if there are Xenoblade. I don't know what the other one was. But I'll put a poll up soon once I've got a couple options to work with, and the Legionnaires can decide what they want our next random game to be. We can also do I don't know what it was. I think it was like a chick with like a curved blade or something on the front of it, and a cool outfit. But yes, we will decide, and we can do some random. We could do some random weeks too, if you guys want. We could just play some OG Battlefront or whatever. We'll do we could just do random games. We could do one-time games. We could do things like I don't know. I guess it would just have to be what I can play on the Xbox, but we could play some random, maybe some like throwback games or something. Make Nerdy play the Lost Vikings. Now, the way you worded that is making me question whether or not I should even go there. It sounds cool though, the Lost Vikings. That just sounds like it's automatically cool. Hopefully it's a well-written story, maybe. But if you're making me play it, I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be a hard one, isn't it? But yeah. So just be aware that that's coming up soon. If you guys want to give me any suggestions, Legionnaires and non-Legionnaires, if you guys are like, maybe would consider it if she did this game, then you can also feel free to give your suggestion. It's a problem-solving puzzle game. Oh, you wanna break me. That might be fun, though. Okay, so yeah, maybe you could put it in the comments below, or you can put it on our Discord, and we can. I'll try to narrow down the list to just pick probably no more than 3 to 5. I don't want to have an insane list, because then the votes will be all over the place. What is that? I need to look all these up now. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a good one. I will miss you dearly next week, but I will see you the following week with these funny little fetch quests and these conspiracies and all these things that were unfolding in the land of Morrowind. Hope you guys have a good one. Hold on a minute. Wait. I didn't read anybody off. What am I doing? Guys, we had the True Mantis, Jimmy Invictus, Wayne Fosda, Icarus Compt, David Raker Jr., Michael Carroll, Slinkers Crumb, Jakester877, Sheila Johnson, Mr. Anderson, Ryan Nowicki, Phoenix, Brycicle, and Nelly was first in chat. My apologies. How could I enter a break without even signing everyone off? What is wrong with me? I will see you in the next one, I guess, next month. Oh, that is hard to even say. No. Wait, no. No, not quite next month. I don't think. We'll see. I'll work. I need to have a conversation with Mr. Nerdy to be clear on exactly what dates. But next week we'll be clear. We will not see each other. It will be sad. But yeah. See ya in the next one. Bye, guys.